this little system came onto our system about the same time we got beepers, long before cell phones were not thought of, but at least invented and available to us. It did let the nurses, let the switchboard know that we were around, which was good and bad. A lot of us came into this lounge trying to escape the world. It was either come in here or go to Lake Powell.
There were about 225 employees, I think, in 1983. We used to know most all of them, plus most all of the doctors.
Yeah, about 35 docs. And the ones that really did a lot of inpatient work, I knew their home phone numbers, so I didn't need to look anywhere to call them in the middle of the night from the ER. The population in St. George in 83, which is when I moved, I'm the last one on the list there, was 13,700, and there were 2 stoplights. So things have changed all over.
I'm Dr. Booth. I was the 6th physician on our medical staff. I came in 1973, actually when we were practicing in the old Dixie Pioneer Memorial Hospital, built up here on this next level in that parking lot, and had practiced there for 2 years before we moved into this unit, this part of the new hospital in 1975. I loved the old hospital because it was one long hall. You could stand in the emergency room and scream at the nurses in OB at the other end of the hall. It just had a lot of convenience that this big new hospital eliminated. But the technology that this hospital brought was superb. Adding all of these physicians was the key thing. Prior to that, we had basically just GPs or family practitioners, and we sweat blood many times in the operating room doing surgery on an emergency basis that we probably were barely qualified to do. But we had to do it or the patients were going to die, particularly patients that came off auto accidents and emergencies that didn't have time to be flown or driven to Salt Lake or Las Vegas.
As you can see from this, even at this level, there are a number of specialties represented, but they were mostly single specialties, you know, like 1 ENT, 1 urologist, 2 orthopods. I mean, you know, we were fairly wide, but not very deep in coverage. It was available, but everybody worked together and really took good care of people.
One of my great thoughts is probably 2 or 3 or 4 years, or maybe about the same time this group of doctors was here, one of my old partners came to me and said, wasn't it a lot of fun when we got to, again, we were family practitioners, often called to do things that were beyond our training, or at least at the edge of our training. He said, wasn't it great when we got to do all of the things and had fun doing those? And I said, no, it was not great then. It's much greater now, because if there's a major problem with an OB patient, a major problem with surgery, I sleep at night, and I let these newer docs, the specialists in surgery or OB or any other field, I let them lose sleep at night over those problems. We owe a lot to several of these older docs who were pioneers. I told you I was the 6th physician here in 1973. There's now 242 full-time docs on our staff, which is quite a jump in 35 years.